How's it going? It's the sauce again. Gonna do a re-review of a beer that I've already reviewed. If you guys remember, I've done the Dogfish Head 60 minute, and that I've done like 70 or 80 reviews, something since then. So I think I didn't do the beer enough justice the first time. This is Dogfish Head 60 minute IPA. This is a continually hopped India Pale Ale, and it's hopped 60 times during its 1 hour boiling period. So it's like it's getting hops dropped in it completely like every 1 minute. And it said I think over 60. But this is at 60 IBUs, 6% alcohol. Everything's got a 6 in it. This is like their flagship beer. Even though the 90-minute IPA came before this one's much more popular, and it's their biggest selling beer. It's a bottle-conditioned IPA, and it's made the East Coast style. East Coast IPA using Northwestern hops, Amarillo, Warrior, and a mystery hop. And 60-minute, it refers to the time where it's steeped, the wort is steeping and the hops are continually added, and imparts a bitterness on it. So using the lighter, of course. Let's see how she pours. Just a regular old pint glass. I like the look of this one. I think I got this at the Dollar Tree. I love getting their glasses. Well, that's a big head. Maybe a little more than I wanted, but I don't complain. I have no problem with head. I actually attended a beer school at Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, and it was a Budweiser one, and they were talking about how you should have a good inch of head to properly release CO2 and aroma. And I graduated from that with they gave you a certified beer master thing, so I guess I'm a certified beer master for Busch Gardens Budweiser brewery thing. It was a cool class. They let you try skunked beer and then regular, but wow, you get a lot of resinous hops. Grassy, resinous, and pine. And I love that copper color. It's like a really nice honey gold. What else does it say? Dogfish Head's located in Milton, Delaware. That's where it started. And Dogfish Head is an actual place. Like, it refers to like the coastline, but they call it Dogfish Head, and that's just right near where they were brewing. So. Lots of pine there, grassy too. So I'm gonna give this a try. It's been a while since I've had one of these. It's been a little while, so. Delicious, delicious. Hops right up front, pine, lots of pine. Minimum, it's got a grapefruity bitterness at the end. I was gonna say minimum, but it's like a 2-stage beer. It changes a lot, wow. I've always loved Dogfish Head's beer. They tend to be more experimental, and they make a lot of extreme beers. This is a session beer for the extreme hophead, as they like to call it. Now, I wouldn't argue with that. It's a very tasty beer. I'd call it extreme because it's just got so much flavor in it, but it's still sessionable. Yeah, you can taste like the resinous bitterness of the hops, which are really good. I wonder what their mystery hop is. Even if I knew the mystery hop, I don't think I'd be able to detect the actual hop distinction between the two. But the Warrior and the Amarillos do give a very different taste than, let's say, a Cascade IPA, which I'm sure everyone's had an IPA with Cascade hops in it, because they're a pretty common hop. And they have a different bitterness to it. These are really bitter. The warrior hops are supposed to be high in acid. Kind of a soapy head. It looks like there's a kind of like a flake in there, a little piece of sediment. It's from the bottle conditioning. There's kind of like a particle in there. I see that. But that's alright. It's a B12 coagulation and it's not bad for you. Proteins, that's all it is. Built up on the bottom of the bottle from the fermentation. Glad I got to finally do a beer a little better justice. I love this beer. It's a great beer, and I'm gonna try to re-review their 90-minute. I was doing this all for Chad because he loves 60-minute. He loves it. It's like one of his favorite beers, and he was telling me that I should re-review it, and I agree with him. And this is all for Chad. Excellent beer. So I'm going to give it, of course, a double thumbs up because, you know, I love IPAs. And this is one of my favorites. Probably my favorite IPA. Easy drinking, but extremely tasty. So, you know what you should go do is go and buy it. That's what I reckon you ought to do. I reckon.